Welcome to Head Books, where we summarize the world's best books for your personal growth. Today, we're diving into Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. Let's get started. Shoe Dog is Phil Knight's memoir, detailing the journey of how he turned a simple idea into the global giant that Nike has become. The book is a deeply personal account, full of introspection, failures, and triumphs, as Knight recounts his experiences from the very beginnings of his entrepreneurial journey to the creation of one of the most iconic brands in the world. The story begins in the early 1960s, where Knight, fresh out of college and searching for meaning in life, is full of a sense of adventure. His crazy idea, as he calls it, was to import high-quality, low-cost running shoes from Japan to compete with dominant brands like Adidas. After finishing his studies at Stanford and a stint in the Army, Knight travels the world to broaden his horizons, and it is during his travels to Japan that he first connects with Onitsuka Company, the makers of Tiger running shoes. He strikes a deal to distribute their shoes in the US, laying the foundation for what would become Nike. Knight's early years are filled with uncertainty and financial struggle. At first, Blue Ribbon Sports, the company he founded to sell the shoes, operates out of his parents' basement, with Knight selling shoes out of the trunk of his car at track meets. The company faces constant challenges, from poor cash flow to issues with shoe shipments. But Knight's relentless drive and passion for the product keep him going. His personal reflections reveal that he often doubted himself and felt the weight of uncertainty, but he always pushed forward, convinced that his idea would work. As the company grows, Knight builds a team of like-minded, passionate individuals who help shape the culture of Nike. These characters are a critical part of the book. Bill Bowerman, Knight's former track coach and co-founder, is a legendary figure who obsessively tinkers with shoe designs to give athletes a competitive edge. Jeff Johnson, Nike's first employee, embodies loyalty and dedication, often working under extreme conditions to support the company's growth. These individuals, along with others, form the core team that would drive Nike's early success. In the 1970s, Knight faces his biggest challenges yet. His relationship with Onitsuka begins to deteriorate, and after a series of legal battles and conflicts over distribution rights, Knight decides that Blue Ribbon needs to create its own brand. This leads to the birth of Nike. The name, inspired by the Greek goddess of victory, is suggested by Jeff Johnson, and the now iconic swoosh logo is designed by a student for a small fee. Nike's early years are fraught with risk. Knight pours everything into the company, often sacrificing his personal life and well-being to make the business work. He details the pressures of managing cash flow, as the company's rapid growth continually leaves it on the brink of financial collapse. Despite these challenges, Knight's vision for Nike remains steadfast. He believes in creating a brand that stands for something more than just shoes. He wants Nike to represent a lifestyle, a way of thinking, and a source of inspiration for athletes everywhere. One of the most powerful sections of the book focuses on Nike's first big break, the creation of the Nike Cortez running shoe. It becomes a huge hit, and Nike's reputation as a serious player in the sportswear market begins to solidify. But the journey is far from easy. Knight details how Nike faces fierce competition, particularly from Adidas, and how the company's unorthodox approach, embracing risk, innovation, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible, ultimately sets them apart. As Nike grows into a global brand, Knight reflects on his management style, his personal battles, and the lessons learned along the way. He discusses the importance of trusting his gut, being willing to take risks, and surrounding himself with talented people who shared his passion. At the heart of it all, Knight believes in the power of perseverance and trusting the journey, even when it's unclear where it will lead. In the book's final chapters, Knight speaks candidly about the challenges of balancing success with personal loss. He opens up about the tragic death of his son Matthew, a devastating event that caused Knight to reflect deeply on his life and the cost of his relentless pursuit of success. He questions whether it was all worth it and how success sometimes came at the expense of personal relationships and well-being. Shoe Dog is not just the story of Nike's rise, but also a reflection on what it means to be an entrepreneur. Knight's story is one of relentless drive, a willingness to take risks, and a deep belief in the power of following your passion. The book closes with Knight reflecting on how the journey, with all its highs and lows, was worth it not just because of Nike's success, but because of the joy he found in pursuing his crazy idea. That wraps up today's summary. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more quick book insights like this.